my beloved Morgan Hill homeowners and residents. This is Nima Moridi with the Moridi team coming at you live with a new market update for the month of April. Happy spring. We're in Q2. Man, Q1 passed by so fast. And I'm sure you folks noticed that the Federal Reserve increased their benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points. A lot of us were thinking that they were pricing a 50 basis point rate hike until what happened with Silicon Valley Bank. And since then, it seems like they pulled back a little bit with their hiking, and now a lot of us are wondering what they're going to do in the subsequent months in Q2. Are they going to hike? Are they going to just let the rates play out and see what happens? I guess time will tell. But after that Silicon Valley Bank fiasco, it does seem like the Federal Reserve is really watching what they're doing with the economy, and that might mean that they'll just let the rates play out and see what happens around the holiday season. So I'll definitely be reporting to you all of that information as it comes out in these market reports. But I know you're curious about what's going on in our cute, quaint town of Morgan Hill, so let's get down to the numbers. The median list price for the single family homes, this was a bit interesting. I got to put a disclaimer out there. I'm reporting $2.65 million for the average single family home for the month of April, and I know that that's scratching your head right now and you're like, what are you talking about? Especially since I reported $1.2 million for the average of last month. Since we have such low data right now with the single family homes, it's really skewing the numbers. So much so, we're literally month over month, the average list price has more than doubled. So please take that with a grain of salt. We'll see how the May numbers fluctuate. These numbers are based off of April 1st. So yeah, we'll continue to monitor that, and I'll report as accurate as I can to you kind folks. The price per square foot, if you're curious, comes out to $697 per square feet. Last month though, I had reported $615, which is a lot more on par of what I would expect. So except the median list price, obviously, right? That's kind of off. The median days on the market though, that comes out to 25 days. 25 days on the market from the time a home is getting listed on the market and the time a buyer is putting an offer and it's getting accepted. That duration is about 3.5 weeks right now. Now that's down from last month in March when I'd reported 35 days. So the price reductions, 11%. That means 11% of homes are taking a price cut before getting into contract. That's also down significantly from March when I reported 27%. So interesting times in the market. The 28 homes that I noticed from April 1st, 28 single family homes were on the market in our town in Morgan Hill, which, by the way, this town, I love to call it a little town with a big heart. And that's kind of on the side, but it's a little catchphrase that I like to refer Morgan Hill as. Last month, though, there were 26 homes on the market when I checked around the beginning of the month. So just by a tad, we have a little bit more inventory right now. Overall, though, there's been a very slight increase in single-family home demand in the town of Morgan Hill. I know a lot of folks were thinking about that big, Silicon Valley Bank bust, and that being the 16th largest bank in the nation, and what that meant for our property values, aspiring buyers to purchase a home. And overall, it seems like there was a slight pullback in the market where a lot of folks are just kind of waiting to see what happens. And then after a few weeks, they were just back on it, back as normal. We had an open house that we did recently, just 2 weeks back. I did a Thursday, Saturday, Sunday open house, and the total of those three, I had more than 100 groups that came by, and we ended up getting over 8 offers for this property, and it sold significantly over asking price. So that to me shows the health of the market a lot more than any headline would. The overall fastest selling homes though in our town of Morgan Hill, I noticed there was one property a little over 3,000 square feet at about 3/4 of an acre. Think of like your 4-bed, 3.5 bath or so layout. That was on the market for only 14 days and got into contract. So healthy market, right? We're starting to see a lot more people coming back and looking to buy property. Now that was the single family homes. Hey folks, I'm so sorry to interrupt the video, but I had to tell you about this really cool product that I have called HomeBot. Now I use this for all of my past clients. It essentially breaks down all of your financial metrics and insights for the home, whether it's the current mortgage rate, amount of equity you've made, the amount of savings you've made as being a homeowner, and percentage of principal to interest that you've paid off on the loan. There's a lot of metrics that this provides, and it's much better than those websites like Zillow and Redfin as well, because outside of all those metrics that I had just referenced, those websites can be off by like 10% plus or minus. I'm talking the most accurate data that you can get, customizable alerts about when when rates drop and if you were to refinance, how much money you can save, the equity you've made on the property, home equity lines of credit, like if you're looking to trade up or down with your existing property, or you want to pull some money out through a HELOC and go in and buy an investment. If you're interested in this, please reach out to me because I would give you a monthly report of all of this information, obviously free of charge. My past clients love it. I'd love to offer it to you. So reach out if this sounds interesting. Let's get back to the video. Let's talk about the condos and townhomes now. The median list price for those was $847,000. Last month I had reported $830,000, so that's up a bit, you know, $17,000 overall. The price per square foot has increased as well. We're looking at $573 per square foot for the month of April, while last month I had reported $485. The median days on the market though for those are 21 days. So it's interesting that the condos and townhomes are selling a little quicker than the single family homes. Although those are priced significantly less, the single family detached properties is usually a sweet spot for Americans. It's just something that they really like and they aspire to have. So I usually see days on the market less for single family homes than condos. Now for this month in Morgan Hill, that's switched. So 21 days for those. Last month though, in March, I had reported 14, so that's up a week. The price reductions, a quarter. 25% of properties from the time they get listed and put on the market to the time they get into contract are entertaining a price cut before that happens. Last month it was at 8%, so it's up a bit since then. There were 12 condos and townhomes when I checked yesterday on the 1st of the month available in our town of Morgan Hill, a quaint town, and the inventory has pretty much held stable from last month to this month. Those are the same numbers that I had reported last month as well. There's been an overall decrease in condo and townhome demand in our town, and the fastest selling though out of those, I noticed that there was 2 properties. They're around 1,200 square feet. Think of your 2-bed, 2-bath layout. Those sold literally on the same day that they were put on the market. So that was really interesting to see. The day that they were put on the market, the seller accepted a contract on those. So it was either some very, very motivated buyers or the sellers and listing agents sold that property off market. And if you have any questions about what that even means, feel free to reach out and I'll definitely answer those questions. Overall, folks, I love this information. I love being able to report to you month over month. I consider myself a data geek. I live in Morgan Hill. I love this town. My family lives out here as well. You know, my son goes to school over here. I do my jujitsu and other things down here as well. So if you have any questions at all, the link at the bottom of this video has more information on my social media channels, our team review page, and my Calendly link. Now, you can book a time to chat with me, whether it's about a specific property, the market in general, interest rates, projections on said market and interest rates, or if you want to just chat with me about something, you know, wrong with your home and you want some advice. I always want to be able to provide value to you folks, regardless of if you're looking to buy and sell, because I play the long game with this industry and I always want to be able to be there to help first and foremost, and essentially just have you folks think of Nima Moridi when it comes down to anything real estate related. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll bring you more information in the month of May. Thanks so much. Have a good month.